Hey guys, I'm Brett Larkin. Thanks for stopping by. Today we have a special guest on my channel. We have Jen from Instagram. Hopefully you're following her. I'll put her details, everything about her in the description box below, but definitely check out her Instagram. It's so informative. And today we're going to do a foam rolling video to help you prepare for splits. And Jen's gonna walk me through it. Let's get started. So Jen, what's my first move?
Okay, so in splits we have one leg forward, one leg back. So we'll address the one that's forward. Obviously we're gonna need lengthening through that whole hamstring all the way down to the calf, and even the foot I like to roll too. It's a secret component into getting that true hamstring lengthening.
Awesome.
But we'll start with the hamstring. So I like to put it all the way underneath you. I like to get a little aggressive and cross the legs, but that's just me.
So she showed me this earlier, but oh boy, she's serious. All right, so I'm rocking back and forth a little.
Yes, you definitely don't want to go all the way behind the knee because you don't have much coverage of the muscles there, and you have the arteries and the nerves and the veins that are coming through, so we want to stay right above the knee, and you can go all the way up into that sit bone in the back. And a good trick is kind of rocking side to side. So find some sticky areas.
Let's get close on this so they can see. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought to do the side. This is why Jen's here. So Jen, like, if you guys don't know, is a doctor of physical therapy. So she's been teaching me all sorts of amazing things as we've been like nerding out on yoga and the body.
Which is so fun.
Okay, cool. So you think I'm ready to move on?
I think you're ready to move on.
All right.
Let's go down to the calf. So
right.
you can move, you can either move backwards or you could just reposition
Move it forward.
Yeah.
And it sounded like you kind of want me to avoid my knee, right?
I
so
do,
maybe,
the very back of the knee.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just skip over that part.
Yeah.
Cool.
So going back and forth is great, but you also have muscles that surround the calf. So you have your posterior, tibialis posterior, which is on the inside. So if you bias and you roll toward the inside more, and you can also even point and flex the foot as you do that.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we can see close up. I'm on the inside of the leg now. This is really interesting. Pointing and flexing the foot. And I was saying to Jen before we started filming that like this is a kind of a core workout as well. And you're like up on your wrists and it's a lot. And what did you say to me about that? You were like, good, you should work hard.
And if you can't do it, I mean, there are sticks. So you can get the stick and you can roll your calf, you can roll your hamstring. It just doesn't give you the amount of pressure that you would get from putting your whole body weight into this.
So now I'm on the outside.
So now you're on the outside. You bias more toward the peroneals or your fibulari, whatever one you want to call it. And again, you can flex and extend. That kind of gets that active range release in the muscles.
Yeah, and I find if I can exterior rotate a lot from dance, but I feel like if I keep it a little bit more neutral, just a little bit of exterior rotation, it's getting right in the calf, like the belly.
Perfect.
It's so good.
Right into that gastroc. It's right where you want it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Are we ready for side two? Or what else?
Flip it over. So is the right leg going to be in front then, I'm assuming?
For our split? Yes, the right leg is going to be in front, but we'll do both because hopefully you guys are doing this with us at home, obviously.
Yeah. Let's do both.
Okay, so same thing. So guys, now just opposite leg, whatever you did is in front. And here we go, second side.
Yeah, so feel free to spend more time in one area. If you feel like, oh my gosh, that's a little bit more tender, kind of rock back and forth. Don't feel like you have to go up and down the whole muscle belly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll do side to side like you taught me.
And when I warm up, I like to do no more than 5 minutes total if I'm going to do the whole lower extremities.
Wow, okay. So 5 minutes a day, guys. That's pretty achievable for most of us.
Very achievable, yeah.
All right, and then I'm gonna skip my knee, which I like, because it is really awkward when you're like rolling over the knee. So I'm glad you told me that that's just actually kind of not
Not
safe.
the best, yeah.
Okay. I think a lot of people don't realize how tight their calves and lower legs are.
Definitely.
It's just,
especially as yogis, we just sort of tune it out. You know, like we're so focused on like heart opening, and you just forget like how much love this area of the body needs.
For sure. I mean, this is our whole stability. And that's why sometimes I like to start from the foot as well, because if you can start to roll out the bottom of the foot, it actually helps to release the whole system in that back posterior chain.
Cool. So I'm pointing and flexing the foot like she taught me. I did
Very
both.
nice.
Oh, whoa. I
Found that
a
money
sticky
spot.
Money spot. Money spot. So when people find the money spot, what do you tell them to do? Just to hold or do a little side to side?
Little side to side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Pointing and flexing. Wow. I love this rotating the leg on the roller. This is just so brilliant. Okay, great. So what's next for coming into our split? Front
So
of the
next
legs?
let's do the quads.
Okay. So you are, I don't want to say you're mean, but you're intense. So I'm guessing you're going to make me do one leg at a time. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's pretty correct.
So down on the forearms, is that what you like to instruct?
That's what I like.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just doing...
So you can find different areas. Rolling over to the side more, rolling back.
Wow.
Yeah.
And yogis, you know, I think this is really intense for us because we're so used to doing all the warriors, right? We're doing warrior 1, warrior 2,
Yes.
lunges.
Yes.
So this quad it needs a lot of release for most of us.
Yes.
Cool. And then we're going to the knee, but not past it. And
Right. Definitely don't want to get on top of that knee because that's where we have that kneecap, and don't want to put that out of place at all. So.
And guys at home, I just have the toes kind of over the heel, sort of like I was doing a 3-legged chaturanga to sort of get all the weight in that front thigh. Okay, now Jen, do I have to do my shin? I'm guessing.
You will have to do the shin. So again, you want to be careful.
Okay.
So we
I'll press it
have
off.
our tibialis down here, right, in the front. So when I roll, I mean, it's okay to get on the inside. You just it's a little bit more awkward. It's a little bit easier to get right on the outside of that leg.
Okay, so I'm going to come into it over the knee.
Skip over the knees. There you go.
Yep. And then same thing.
So bias toward that side, toward the outer side of that lower leg.
Oh, man.
And then coming, yes. Very nice, Brett. And if you wanted to put both legs on, then you can get the inside of this one and the outside.
Ooh, like that?
Or the other way. Either way.
Interesting. And this is serious core work, you guys, which is great.
So you get some ab work in as well.
Get some ab work in.
Get some serratus. I see that serratus anterior working pretty hard up there.
Good. We all know I need that. If you watch Jen's Instagram where we did the shoulder hacks, you'll know the shoulder alignment. I was struggling big time. Cool. All right. Anything else here before I switch to the other side?
No, I think we can switch to the other side, and I'll show another juicy one for that quad.
Awesome. Yeah. So guys, switch it on up. Opposite thigh. And here we go.
And then another good way to get into that quad and kind of get across those different fibers, get a little deeper into different areas. So you uncross that leg and bend this knee. Now we're putting that quad on stretch a little bit and just let that leg rock back and forth.
Oh, yeah. I love this one, and I forget about it. I think people, so it's like, guys, your foot is doing like a wave motion, or it's fanning left to right. Kind of like when we windshield wiper the legs or the knees left to right in yoga, but we're doing it as we foam roll. This feels amazing.
Good.
Absolutely love this one. Cool. All right, and then
going down
skip
to
the
the
knee.
lower.
Back it up. And favoring that
bias,
outside.
Yep, to the outside of that lower leg. Perfect.
Nice.
How's that feeling?
Good. I mean, it's core work. Thank you guys.
Here too, if you wanted to get those feet to kind of come up and down and flex and extend.
Flex and point, flex and point. There's so much you can do here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So
we have foam rolled our legs in preparation for our split. And what other tips do you have before we go for just foam rolling in order to open the legs for splits? So guys, and where would you sequence this? Like, would you suggest they do, like, for example, my Melt into Splits yoga class, do this foam rolling and then come into the split again and maybe see the difference? Or do you think it's better to do the foam rolling before the yoga? Kind of how would you sequence it up for them?
I personally like to, especially if I'm going to go deeper into poses and get into stretching, I like to foam roll first prior to anything. It kind of helps to bring blood flow to that area, really warm up the tissues without having to do it actively. You're doing it just with a foam roll.
Awesome. So guys, I would suggest now you go check out my Melt into Splits video where I do a yoga sequence that will take you into the splits. And doing this beforehand is, I don't know, it's going to really take it to the next level. I'm excited now to just pop down into my split. Obviously, you don't want to do that. You just definitely want to be warm. But check out that video and leave Jen and I comments below. Let us know any questions you have about any of this. I know my mind is kind of blown with all the different ways she showed me how to foam roll and how painful some of the spots were. So would love to hear from you in the comments below. Give this video a like if you liked any of these foam rolling techniques, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel and that you're following Jen on Instagram. Bye, you guys.
Awesome.